So players will lag nearest to the top rail. Looks like Imran's going to get the job done. Ooh, it's close. But it's SVB. Now, watch this break, folks. Watch this break. He does it different. He will not hold back. He will be going full power. Oh, he spotted something in the rack freezer. He swapped over.
Yeah, immediate change after a glance at the rack.
Looked a little bit of a miss hit to me.
Yeah, we'll get another look. Can't tell exactly what the cue ball did, but it finished in an awkward spot. It had been kissed. It did get kissed by the bottom of the 8, but like Carl said, a little bit of a miss hit. Awfully thin. You pumped him up too much, Carl.
Yeah, well, when he swapped sides, I knew it was going to be a bad break. I just had a feeling he should have stayed to the left. The old rollout from Majid. Surely Shane's going to get rid of the template. Yeah, I thought that. That was left on the table. So Imran's tied up to 7-9. Shane's straight down on this. He's having a go freeze. He's going to go round the back of the red 3. Couple of rails. That's what happens when you play 15 hours a day.
For 3 straight days, that's exactly what happens, and I don't know. But I know over those 3 days, he didn't miss too many balls. Playing on 4-inch pockets, he made it look easy off the back rail.
Just needs to slow down. He's okay. What's the plan with the 7 ball? You spotted anything, Scott? What are we looking at?
I mean, the 7-9 combination isn't impossible. It could be a last case scenario. It all depends on when he gets, or where he gets on the 4 or the 5. He could even do something with the 6, so he's got a lot of options. Got that ball thick, and here's his plan, Carl.
Go into the 9?
Yeah, I think it's hard not to come away with a shot on the 5.
Yeah, he's signaling he's not too happy with where it's finished. This is a big shot, this. It's the type of shot, Scott, isn't it, where if you knock this in and clear the rack, boy, do you feel good. You miss it, you start to question a few trickier pots for the rest of the match.
And he'll typically play that 6 to the same corner, and he did. The speed is what got that ball down because he did overcut it by some margin.
Yeah, and it's a funny thing, isn't it? Because on the WNT we have so many events worldwide and we play on all different types of tables. It's almost like, what's the best way to explain it? A little bit like tennis to a degree, or golf, where things change, the equipment changes, the course or the court changes. Pool's same, because that ball would not have gone in at the European Open.
Yeah, to your point, Carl, a lot of people would say 3 or 4 years ago, if this was 4-inch pockets, that Shane would have problems. Well, we've talked about it. I think Shane playing the best pool after the break that he's ever played. And these 4-inch pockets are really starting to help him control the cue ball a little bit better.
If there is ever a way to start a match to send a message to your opponent, we have just seen a prime example. The rollout from Majid. Well, SVB got down, slammed the long 1 ball in, did a reverse clearance. What a message he sent there. Imran's going to have to do a bit tight. This is table 1. The young man from America, tipped to be the next big thing. A future Mosconi Cup player, Sam Henderson, a couple of balls away to knock Gonzalez out. Listen, Gonzalez, Filipino, he is no mug on the pool table. This will be a big win.
Yeah, nice and tight on the 9. And he's conceded it. Sam will advance, Carl.
He will. Gonzalez is out. We'll see you again soon. Back to the main action. There you see the big scoreboard just above Shane. Perfect. All the fans And just keep glancing at that, and you know, when the matches get a little bit closer, you just wander over to the table. When it lights up red, it's hill. It's a one-rack shootout. SVB to break. I think he's going to stick with his original plan before he changed it. I think he's going to break from the right.
That's typically his comfort side. That's where he broke versus Gorst most of the time. Although they were playing 10-ball.
That's the side he's better breaking from. Feels a little sweeter, but he's going to be playing a push out. I tell you what, Scott, I think he's brilliant in this department.
Quite possibly the best in the world. With his one pocket experience, it really helps. And look at this. So he's got something up his sleeve. Obviously the 2-rail.
What's he got up his sleeve here? Surely he gives it back here, no?
Yeah, that's a very, very difficult push out. So he expects to come behind the 2 heavy and miss the 9? Or does he have something else up his sleeve? Wow. Absolutely fabulous from SVB.
Well, he's winning the battle at the start of the rack in both racks. He truly is. You can't really fault Imran for giving it back, but boy did Shane show some class.
Yeah, I mean, he played a push out to a 2-rail kick with a high cue ball and to stick the cue ball off the 2nd rail.
Ball in hand, the 8-ball has moved. And that has also opened up that 3-ball as well. One good positional shot required here. He's just figuring out where to put the cue ball to find that nice natural path to come down for the red 3. What's he going to do? Yeah, you see what he did there, amateur pool players? He just found that nice natural path where he was always guaranteed a shot on the red ball. I know we're only a rack in, Scott, but I'll tell you what, he's looking unbelievably confident.
Yeah, and I think, well, he was my pick as well at the beginning of this event. He really standing out above the rest of the field, at least on the feature table.
Yeah, his average shot time here is about 6 seconds.
Oftentimes you'll see him use that speed. If he doesn't hit the ball extremely clean, it will still fall. Like Carl just said, his average speed is about 6 seconds. He really is cooking. This might get away from him, and it has. This is not straightforward.
Well, he's making it look like a bar table. He really is. Doesn't matter where it is, he's simply going to get down and knock the balls in. What a start this is. I think even Imran Majid in his chair is going to be sat there thinking, what's going on here? This is a powerful start. You're tuning in for the very first time this week. Where have you been? 256 players started. Players are getting eliminated, and they're getting eliminated quickly. By the end of today's play, 64 players will remain. Qualification zone will be over. Gorse tied at 1-1. That's a tricky match. Vitali Putsari is playing. Good friends. Raymond Lara's just underneath. He's on the hill. 7-4. Jason Shaw's about to start a match on table 19. Pagulayan wins the opening rack. Good match there on table 9. He's playing Albin Ocean. But our main table is SVB. He's going to be breaking, and he's 2-0 up.
Looks fresh as a daisy as well. Life very good for the man at the table, and well deserved. Well, really put some power there. The 6 going to drop, the 1 going to drop, Carl, but he is behind the 8.
Yeah, he's made a couple of balls, and he didn't make the 1 ball in the side, and that is the beauty of breaking hard. You've got more chance of fluking other balls, but it is going to be a push out.
Yeah, the only thing I see is the cue ball's finished low the last 2 times he's broke the balls. Might be catching him a bit thin.
Here we go.
If you're Imran, I don't think you give this back, do you, Carl?
He's in a funny position because he lost out in the first rack because he played a push out and Shane decided to take the shot. Shane played a roll out. Imran gave it back, and Imran's give it back again.
I think this is a mistake. You can't let this guy to the table. You've got to find a way to take control. I think this is a grave mistake from Imran. No, I don't think Shane's going to play an offensive shot here. But I think he's going to snooker him and keep control, Carl. That's the problem with giving it back.
Let me tell you, SVB is in a naughty mood. What a safety he's played there to lock up behind the 5.
Yeah, you've got to know what your man just did for the last 2 games from nowhere. You finally get an opportunity at the table. Yeah, it'd be defense, but you can't give it back.
Yeah, we're not talking about this has just all gone SVB's way here. You know, where he's had 2 road maps and easy, obvious safeties. The safety shot he's just played there, Scott. You might not see a better one all day.
No, extremely filthy to get behind the 5.
Do you know what? It never looked like he was going to hit the 2. He actually got a little closer than I thought he was going to because of the slide. It was very close. It was a good effort. It's ball in hand.
You got to be a little careful here. You don't want to catch the 8 coming this way. No problems. Does he punch up between the 8 and 4? Yeah, I know his game quite well. Now, most likely wrap 2 rails around the 8. Could come 1 rail up. Likes to use that outside English. This is a low left ball. Nice and smooth. I don't think he wants to have to play the 7-9 combination. So you're going to come back and forth.
It's a little light. He's now got decisions to make. He doesn't want to give it up, does he? He wants to keep this trend going. He wants to send a message to the field.
Does he try to lay him down on the 9 or just get him behind it?
Yeah, good call, Scott. Doesn't want the 7 going too near the rail. That makes it a bigger target, but That's okay. Well, Imran must feel like the train's hit him.
Yeah, I guess he's got to be happy to be at the table, to be honest, but
yeah, he's played the jump bank. The only saving grace is he's got a good cue ball and he's left Shane a tricky pot. Shane will go for this. Cue ball's going to slide over towards the 8. If he makes it, he should have a shot on the 8 ball. Boy, these are tough though. Across the slate of the table from one side to the other. He's human.
he does have a heartbeat. Imran needs to take advantage here. This is tricky. You want to draw out of this. Easy to lose it. He's done as good as you can do.
Mr. Majid gets his first rack on the board. 9-ball pool can be a funny game at times. This match has all been SVB. He's played some quality shots, but it's still only 2-1. Of course, Imran will be breaking in rack 4.
Oscar Dominguez versus John Mora, tied at 1 apiece. Paguline leads Alban Ocean 2-0. Tyler Steyer still playing Masato Yoshioka, and they are tied up at 5 apiece. One of the more brutal draws of this round, Fedor Gorst versus his road partner, Vitali Patsura. Vitali leading 2-1 versus Gorst.
Yeah, don't be surprised if Vitali gets a win there. It's a little bit of a slippery bogey match for Gorst. Could be anyway. Anyway, Imran to break. Let's see what he's got. This is the first break he's had in this match. Oh, he's going to get a look, is he? He is.
Yeah, he's got a nice bump off the 2. The 1 went to the right center. The 8 comes back and knocks the 2 into position. The 4 tied up with the 6. He's got some work to do, Carl.
Yeah, I don't know if the 4-ball pots in the right centre.
Yeah, I believe it does go to the right center. Doesn't go to the lower left, I'm fairly certain. Can he punch over to the bottom of the 6 now? Yeah, not going to do that. Yeah, so he's looking at what you said, Carl. 4 to the right center.
If he does play for the pink ball into the right centre, it's very, well, it does go, you can see from there now. It's very easy to overhit the cue ball. And then you're kind of leaving yourself a real tough pot into that centre pocket. He's got to have a go at that, though, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think that's his only option here. He's got to catch the 3 thick, though, and just suck along this line, like so. And he's done very well.
That is ideal. Real positional shot there.
He's a clean ball striker. He makes the balls very little effort.
Yeah, he's slightly missed the trick there. I think he can still pull it down to shoot for the 6 in the right corner.
Yeah, like Carl says, he just doesn't want to contact the 8. I think he's avoided that, Carl. He can draw out of this, right? Well, it's steeper than it looks. You see the head shake from Majid.
Okay, he's tied the match up with a break and run. Wasn't an easy break and run. It was all about that positional shot onto the pink 4, and he played a lovely shot to get on it. We're tied at 2-2. Don't know what Shane was saying to the referee there, but we're saying something.
Carl, Tyler Steyer, Masato Yakiosha, they started, I believe, at 10 o'clock last round. They're still tied up at 5 apiece. Gorst trailing 3 games to 1 now versus Vitaly Petzera. Tell you what, the break looks pretty good. He's got the 1 down, the cue ball tracked nicely. 2's going to finish tough, but he's going to have a look at some sort of play. Yeah, but the break looks pretty good so far. At times, I feel like Shane can overhit them when he's cut breaking. Carly got the 1 down in the right middle. He's faced with the 2-0 straight forward.
Going off the edge, he's trying to go 3-4 rails, trying to get him behind the purple 5. Change of plan, using the pink 4.
This might slow Shane down a little bit. His pace is definitely not at 6 seconds per shot at the moment. A lot of things changing up here. Does he have to elevate, Carl?
Maybe a little angle there. Got to pot it clean though. Just because there's probably not much angle, if any.
Yeah, Yeah, so if he goes forward, he would stay under the 3. Probably stay under the 3 regardless.
Must have been straight. That's where he rolled it. It's never easy when you've got to slow roll the ball.
Does Shane keep this simple and just come behind the 5? Or try to dig up into the 9? Kept it simple behind the 5. The short stick. It's got to beat the 3 as well. Last time he caught a piece of the object ball. Actually made a good hit there. He's got a lot of distance.
Yeah, even as good as Shane started this match, he's been given a reality check. He's in a funny mood, is Shane. Just told Imran to sit down. He said, sit down. Imran was in his pool case messing around. Shane just looked to him, sit.
Really?
There's a bit of needle in this match.
Shane typically a man of, well, no words when he plays.
Yeah, did what he had to do there. That's all he could do. The hit is going to be very easy off this bottom rail, but feels like that doesn't offer much protection.
Very big ball to hit here. Inexcusable in my opinion, Carl. That's such a big ball to hit.
Don't want to say I told you so, but at the start of the match we were talking about maybe Imran's weakness is the safety and the kicking. At this level, you've got to hit the blue too.
Yeah, and I noticed it in Saudi Arabia. He wasn't shooting directly at his pocket. He suffered a little bit.
A little lighter pace there for Shane. He can still get the job done. Just means he's got to use a couple of rails now.
It was so strange the way you called it, though, how quick he was playing when he first came out. Like the adrenaline was just really up. Now he's fallen back into his own. Typically the pace that he likes to play is where he's at now.
I do really enjoy watching Shane play the game. You know, if you're going to pick a player, there's probably a few, don't get me wrong, but if I had to pick one player, I feel plays 9-ball pool the way it should be played. For me, this is the man.
Yeah, I think that opinion is shared by a lot of people.
Needs an angle. Needs an angle. Okay. A little bit of work to do here now.
He's coming backwards now. This could get funny. Oh gosh, what a great shot this was. Stayed below it as well. Now can just float out to the left of the 9.
SVB played the hook. It was an easy escape. Imran missed it. Shane cleared the table. 3-2.
Our counterpart, Jeremy Jones, the practice table to the left of us. He plays at 1 p.m. Oscar Dominguez, John Mora tied up at 2 apiece. Paguline, Alban Ocean, 2 apiece. Hunter Lombardo leads Casper 7 games to 6. Tyler Steyer is trailing 6-5, Carl, versus Masoto.
Yeah, Mickey Krause against Ko Ping Han, the younger brother of Ko Ping Chung and Ko Ping Yi. That match is tied at 2 apiece. I believe Shane will stay on that right-hand side, which he does.
Yeah, I wasn't thrilled the way he's broke them so far. Yeah, the one way high, the 9, comes flying out.
You know, I know he's using his playing cue, but I think he does break. I feel he breaks a bit better with his break cue, you know. I know he likes to stick with his playing cue, doesn't he?
Yeah, when he's cutting the balls, he definitely likes to stay with the playing cue. I'm just telling you, though, there's times with his cut break where he can overpower them and maybe a little mishit at the same time. You always felt like he was going to go towards the 6 there, even though he caught a piece of the 9.
He's going to fly at this one with a short stick. This could wind you up if he nails this or gets lucky, especially after playing such a poor positional shot. He's pretty much, listen, it's 95% guaranteed to hit the 2 ball here.
Yeah, as Carl says, a lot of good things can happen. Very hard to miss this ball. Just got to clear the 8. So contact almost assured. Wow, look at this. Talk about the windup, like Carl said. Well, Shane gonna have to most likely kick at the 2.
Double J is in the building, ready for his big match at 1 p.m. against the hitman Thorsten Holman.
Yeah, and I think it's a good draw for Double J. He can win.
1 o'clock. You might be all right, Freeze. You might better sweat that one. I think I'll be stuck in here, you lucky boy.
He's softly going to the 2. Yeah. The reason he did this is the 2 was already tied up. He felt like if he didn't get a rail or contact that, well, Imran would have to continue to work.
A version of English 8-ball, Scott, back in the day. If you was hooked, you had to call a total. You used to say total snooker or total hook, if you like. And that meant you didn't have to hit a rail. So you know how Shane just sat on the 2 ball? That would have been a legal hit in the old English 8-ball rules.
Well, that's a legal hit in the snooker world as well.
Yep, that's right. No rail has to be hit in the game of snooker.
Shane will be unhappy if he doesn't get cover from the purple 5. Well, he ended up going this way. Actually, very clever, very clean, but I don't think he's going to like what Imran's going to do to him here. And the reason that Shane hit it like that, he was on 1. I don't think he wanted to end up on 2 fouls. Yeah, very nice shot from Majid, but you had to feel like he was going to do that all along, so a little concerned about the decision by Shane. Oh my. He's got to go this way over the 6. This ball's really going to lengthen out, has a chance to just hop straight off the rail. And it did. What a hit. One of the best hits I've seen. No reward, Carl.
Deserved a lot more, but there's nothing much you can do. Pays to hit. He's really showing his class here.
Most of you understand the level of difficulty that was. Does he come up a bit short? Doesn't want to fall straight on the 4.
Yeah, he's played a good shot there, Imran. Delivered the cue through nicely for a nice angle on this. All about speed, this one though. He's not guaranteed to land on this 5.
Yeah, he's got options, Carl. How does he play it? One rail up?
I was going to say, you got to watch the scratch. I don't think he has scratch, but the arc took it towards it, didn't it?
Can't ask for much more than this. Keep it close and hope for the best. I'm a little surprised he came all the way around there. I didn't feel like he needed to. Out towards the center.
Been a good response, this. He's about to tie the match up at 3-3. It is 3-3. It's tied. Gale Force is in the building. What scores have we got? What's happening in that Casper Matakainen match against Hunter Lombardo, Scott? Looks like it's tied up.
Yeah, it's highlighted in red. That means it's 7 up, or 7 apiece. Somebody will go home in that match.
What about that match between a former champion, a man who you know a lot about, Pagulayan?
Yeah, Pagulayan has just taken the lead. He is up 3 games to 2 versus Albinoshan.
Well, there you can see past champions. Current champion, he's there in yellow. Ko Ping Chung. What a performance he had last year.
You know what sticks out to me in this, Carl? I noticed yesterday. Efren Reyes. He's got 1 win in 1994. Well, Carl, that was the year I graduated high school. Just expected to see his name up there a couple more times.
How many A's did you graduate with, Scott?
Like I said, I just expected to see his name up there a few more times.
Yeah, it's not easy to win, is it? You need to play well. You need a little bit of luck on the way also.
The concerned look of SVB. Maybe a slight miss hit there. Cue ball finished extremely low. Yeah, very thin. Matter of fact, didn't get a kick at all, Carl.
Yeah, what Scott's alluding to there is when the 1 ball hits, when the cue ball hits the 1 ball, it comes off. You're trying to get sort of parallel hit off that rail, goes back towards the 9, but that come down near the corner pocket.
feel like he wants to use the 9 and the 5 here some type of way. I think you just got to chip the 1. Is he afraid to chip it up behind the 3? Drawing full into the 1. Could leave it on in the top left. Well, he's going to accidentally make this.
Safety department is not the strongest. I mean, how do you not know you're putting the ball there? That's every one of the craziest shots I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, I said, is he worried about leaving Shane a shot, chipping it up behind the 3, but he just got down and cut it in on accident.
Just trying to think where this 2 ball is sat now. I forgot. Is it near the pocket or is it nearer to the top rail? Well, what's crazy about that? If he'd have played the shot a little bit harder, he'd have been on the 2 ball. Wild. Not scared of pulling out the jump cue.
Yeah, I think he's better off doing that than kicking, from what I've seen. He's overcut this. He's going to lose the cue ball in the lower left. Does the 7 go, Carl?
It's tough. If it doesn't, I'm not saying he's going to do this, but would he be tempted to play the 2 off the 7? Or is that a little bit too fruity?
It's a little bit too fruity, I think. But
yeah, I'm seeing different things on the table.
nothing wrong with it. I've been there a few times.
Yeah, he's just double checking. He's not missed the 5-9 combo, but that doesn't look like it's going to be on.
The body language told me that that's what he's going to play. I don't think the 5 plays in the lower left. If it does, still got work to do with the 7. I want to come out further here. Now forced to play the 4 in the lower left. And now forced to move this cue ball around.
Yeah, he's not out the woodwork yet, is he? This rack is awkward. I'll tell you what, Scott. That is sublime.
Yeah, and it tells me the 7 must go.
He's still got that spring in his step.
Yeah, how can you not after what you did last weekend and after winning 5 of these events? Heck, if I won 1 of these events, I'd have a spring in the rest of my life. In the steps.
Actually, a good point, Scott. What was your best finish at the US Open?
9th through 12th. It was the final 16 on the winners, and Ralph Cade broke and run 8 on me. He ended up winning the tournament that year. I can't remember if that was 04 or 5, somewhere around there.
A real classy finish there from Shane. He's played some nice shots in this match, for it only to be 4-3. A bit of daylight robbery.
I'm a little concerned about the break, though. I don't think he's got it anywhere near dialed in. I don't know if it's a timing thing. And I think that that's something that's been holding him back, obviously, since they've switched the rules up over the last few years.
Yeah, I agree with you, Scott. He's just not quite hitting the break how he wants yet. Everything else is there. Just needs to get a bit more dialed in.
be. The 4-3 lead over Majid. To break. One gone high again. Lombardo wins that Hill match 8-7. Now this is the style he had during the 10-ball match. He would make unintended balls, but always seemed to get a shot. That's got a lot to do with the power at which he possesses. He's made 2 balls in the break here.
Just got there, hasn't he? He can deal with this. That's not too bad. Chose to hold the cue ball. He could have cut him across past the 3, but it wasn't for him. Chopping this ball in left centre.
He's got such a great touch. Definitely does look confident around the table.
Probably one of the most confident start to the matches I've ever seen from Shane. I won't lie. He just looks so up for it.
Yeah, we talked, he and I, just before the event started. I said, you've got to feel like you're one of the favorites to win this event. And if you're ever going to do it, it's this year. And he just looked at me and said, yeah. And I mean, I really think he feels that he can win this one.
A break and run for SVB puts him a couple of clear. 5-3. When me and Jake Asby was filming Off the Rail last night, bit of a recap on day 2, we spoke about it was still a little bit subdued, but we just felt day 3 was going to bring it. Judgment Day, 64 players will remain after this evening's play. We're going to get winners qualification. A few more rounds of that left. Obviously this is winners qualification, race to 9. Up next on the TV table, we have got a beauty. Carlo Biardo, former champ. He's going to be playing Chris Melling.
Oh yeah, they won't need much of a shot clock that match. I never have a problem with Shane taking just a little bit off. He's got so much power. Yeah, I mean, the one not even threatening the middle. Take another look. Cue ball on the right track. Gets a flick from the 2. That's why it's up table. Wow. Never a threat to the pocket.
Well, the issue with going for the pop there, Scott, is the cue ball was going into that cluster of 3 balls. You just needed luck to land on the blue 2. Don't understand that shot selection.
This is extremely thin, and I have to agree with you. I think that had a lot to do with missing the ball. Oh, look at this. Nice and tight behind the green.
Trying to take the jump cue out the equation. I don't think he's quite done that. Yeah, didn't stop the jump cue, and we've seen it in the first quarter of this match that Imran's not scared of pulling the short cue out.
Shane going to pull this 2 rails tight, playing the 2 in the lower right, I believe. It's a low right ball. Oh, he's gone way too low onto the cue ball. Amped up big time, Carl.
Yeah, and it will frustrate him, won't it? As he sits back in his chair. He's sold out opportunity.
Well, in all fairness, he got down on that ball quick and just really amped it up. Got into the bottom of the cue ball way too much. He wanted to come in real tight to that top corner because he knows the cue ball is going to release off the second rail, but he's got work to do here to get on the purple. You stay out in the middle. It's probably the safest route if you can. And he's done really good. Very well done, Imran.
Yeah, that was a tight little positional shot he's played there. Handled it with ease. He's done all the hard work now. Just want to make sure you get right up centre of the table here.
Same thing again, up towards the center. And a little steeper than necessary. If he hits it a little easier with less English, that cue ball won't die as much. Just kind of a stroke shot through the ball.
Wants a bounce here. Don't want to start leaving yourself on the rail. Job well done. SVB scratched. Ball in hand, but Imran cleared the balls. 5-4 down.
Update. Tyler Steyer is tied up at 7 games apiece. 1 game for it all versus Masato Yoshioka. Who do you like, Carl?
Good question. Not too sure. I'm going to sit on the fence.
You've got to give it to Steyer if he's breaking. Wow. Fedor-Gorst, you called it, Carl. Trailing 7 games to 1.
It's always a bit funny when you play someone who you're really good friends with, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And Vitali still coming into his own. Here you've got to look at Naoki Oi versus Livan Corteza. Livan made the 5, but put the 6 in a funny position. Majid to break. on the split screen.
Another miss hit on the break. He's been very lucky on the break in this set.
Yeah, he's got the 5 down. Don't believe the 1 plays in the top left. See the kiss, the pink 4. Not bad. Not bad. So Shane drawing the cue ball into the top right. Last game. Still defending from that.
Gotta hit a rail. And he does.
Did he get lucky? Yeah, I believe. He's gotten a little lucky. The blue 2 stops the 3-railer on the 1 if you want to stick there. Can he make it? I don't think he can make this. He's got to be able to stick under the 7. Maybe 2-rail the 1 towards the right side and try and tuck under the 7. He's going to use his extension. You get 1 per game. 30-second extension. Oh, that's all he could really do then. Can't fault him. This isn't going to get it. Shane not going to be thrilled about that. This is the department that Carl has highlighted. Majid is lacking.
Yeah, he was always going to be able to handle that one. He's not that bad at safeties. SVB tying the ball up straight away. He's not messing about. Wise decision. Once this locked on the 8. Don't believe he's locked it up.
Yeah, but not only that, Carl, I think he's really gambling with the 1 being so close to the 7. Majid gonna have a look at getting him right here behind the 7, and this could put Shane on 2 fouls. Is it possible that Majid could 3-foul the South Dakota kid? Look at this, pretty clever. Keeping him real tight. 1 rail. Now maybe half ball at most. If he hits it, it's more likely going to sell it out. Elevating, going to use some speed here. I think if you're trying to hit this harder, the accuracy goes down.
Well, I'll tell you what a hit he has played there. No tap at the table from Majid. There's a bit of needle going on.
Yeah, I mean, that was really a fascinating play. Initially planned on elevating. He stayed leveled out there and clipped the top side of the 1. Hit it with enough speed to gain distance. And this, not straightforward. Shane gonna have a real good look at the 1. He's caught the 4. He didn't want to catch the 4. Made it closer to the 3. Now position more difficult. Can he land perfectly on this bottom rail?
This is good. This is very, very good.
And you go to the 6 in the right side pocket. Does it play in the lower left?
This has been a real good match, you know, Scott. I've enjoyed this one. Probably my favourite match so far.
You have to agree. Where does the 6 play, Carl?
Definitely goes in the centre, but he's a bit too steep. Is he going to take a gamble going to the 9? If he does, you can't hit it full. You got to clip it either side. Oh, he's missed it altogether. Now, is he going to flick off the edge, try and get behind the 8, Scott?
Boy, that's such a tough hit from where he's at.
I think it's the play, though.
Yeah, I think it is. He's just really got to creep it down in there. Imran might have a window to the bottom half. If not, he's got a real good kick. Good call, though, Carl. That was the play. It was pretty steep, but all the while, definitely the play, because the 6 was going towards the left long rail. Never really any danger of leaving anything straight forward.
Yeah, he's in a good spot there, Imran. Well, he's gone a little bit wrong. He sort of hit the right side of the ball that he was trying to.
Yeah, you want to catch the bottom half. He didn't have to end up like this. One good shot here. Really got to control the cue ball. He's gone into the 7. Oh, he's fortunate to catch the point in the left side pocket. No lift of the hand from SVB. He's going to take it. Pretty fortunate there when he crashed into the 7. Narrowly missing a scratch in the left middle. Neither here nor there. SVB widens the gap.
Majid's called for a timeout, Scott. So he'll be a few minutes. We may be able to go over to table 1. We'll do our best. That's Nikioi and Lee Van Corteza. Vitaly Patsora is on the hill. He is 8-1 up over Fedor Gorst. This is the action here on table 1. Nikioi won a smaller ranking event on tour a couple of weeks ago. And he's got this 9 ball to go 4-2 up. Taking his time, but he slams it home, 4-2. Can Nikioi finally get a big title under his name? He would be a popular winner. Mario Heat, he's won the opening couple of racks in his losers round match. There you see it's playing Nam Pham. There you see just next to on table 3, Vitali Tatsora is 8-1 up over Ghost. Tatsora doesn't really travel around playing in too many of the events. He seems to play a lot over it in the States and he wins tournaments. Scoreline might be a little shocking, but him getting the win, maybe not so much. Mickey Kraus, newly crowned European Open champ. He is 6-3 down against Ko Pin Han. Who else have we got? Former champ Corey Jules in action. He's 5-4 down against Jerry Avalias. And Capito, UK Open champion. He's playing João Grillo from Portugal. That's a tight match, 4-3. Lucius Yap, he lost to Carlo Biardo in a US Open final. Always does well here. He got to the semis last year. He's 5-4 over Carl Nadenberg. Pagalayan raced into a 7-2 lead over Albin Ocean. Jason Shaw's tied at 3-3. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of matches. It's day 3. It's Judgment Day. Table 5 is still in yellow. That match is about to go down in around 25 minutes time. It's our very own Jeremy Jones Double J against Thorsten Homan in winners qualification. Can he get the job done? Can he get through to single elimination? He's going to get 2 bites of the cherry. If you lose in winners qualification round, you go into losers qualification round with another chance. I know it might sound complicated, but it isn't. 256 players start. Think of it as 3 days of qualifying, and after 3 days there'll be 64 players left. From then on in, it's all single elimination. Well, we spoke about Mario He. Done so well at the World Cup of Pool with his good buddy Albin Ocean. They've won it twice, that event. I think Mario He's 2-0 up at the moment. This one. Okay, Imran Majid is back in the arena. That's the Shane Van Boening who just broke off. This is the table layout. Another dry break, Scott, and an easy safety.
Yeah, you know, Jeremy talks about it quite a bit. He really likes Shane's power, and I get it. But I don't think this cut break necessarily needs all that power versus accuracy. On these drier tables, the TV tables, they're going to travel more, the balls. Not terrible. It was touchy as well, especially with the motion he got on the one. Shane in his last match versus Gorst over the weekend was exceptional with the jump cue. Here trying to come behind the one. This could be a really pretty shot, Carl.
He's got distance, he needs help. He's got help off the green 6.
Yeah, a little fortunate there. If Imran understands this shot, it's a great one pocket shot. High right cue ball, 2 rails deep behind the 1, split the gap of the 6 and 9, and stick right there. That's what he's looking at. So he does know the shot.
Can he play the shot?
That's another question. Really overthinking it. It's there. It's definitely there.
Yeah, well done. That is a very, very good reply from Imran. The old kick and stick.
Such a pretty shot. Carl, you've got a little special on that on your YouTube channel.
Yep, got some merch as well, the kick and stick range. As you said, it just always looks fascinating. You see that cue ball come 1 or 2 rails and just stop dead. This was a complete miss hit from Shane.
Cue ball will stop, and it has. He's fallen fairly perfect. You don't want to get shallow on the 3. You want to get past it. So over to the right side is valuable. Yeah, and he's fallen shallow a little bit. So now he's either going to have to take distance or manufacture a line on the pink. The pink is in a good position. So he's taking the distance. Not really aware of where he should have been on the 3. This is missable, although he shouldn't. And it's wiped its feet. Took a deep breath after that one. I believe that's all a result of what he did with the 2. Nice recovery. Shane can't be happy with the way he's breaking the balls. That's not a good sign. He's going to have to make an adjustment. Sometimes he'll get stuck in the middle of a match without making that adjustment. Throughout the event, I would expect him to adjust. Maybe somebody will have a talk with him.
Yeah, he's battling along well as Imran. He's staying in touching distance. He's everything thrown at him, to be fair. Shane's come with all sorts.
Yeah, the break has really slowed him down, and that's what's kept Imran in this match. And you've got to be able to break the balls well. Majid within 1. Trailing 6 games to 5.
Can we have an update on the Gorse match, please, Freeze? It was 8-1 down.
It is 8-2 now, of course. On a comeback. We did see it several times in Saudi Arabia where he'd be trailing 4, 5, even 6 games, I believe.
Yeah, also, when you nipped off to the bathroom, I had a look at the Pagalayan match. He raced out into a 7-2 lead over Elsha. Not sure what that one's at now.
I always felt like this format really helps Pagalayan.
8-2 to Pagalayan. Oscar Dominguez 6-3 up over Joe Morra.
Oscar going to be hard to overlook for the Cup. If you're the captain, Skyler Woodward.
The last couple of breaks from Imran have been a bit of a miss-hit. Too thin on the 1 ball, losing the cue ball. Both players have been struggling with the break.
Shane, I love watching his facial expressions. They tell a lot. Oh, that's a good hit, Carl.
Yeah, that's his best one of the match so far, and he's got some sort of little reward.
You got the flick off the bottom of the 9. Fortunate he didn't go into the lower left, but if he can get the 2 down and just stay out in the middle below, or excuse me, above the 5, 1 rail out, he'll be all right. want to play a defensive shot here, do you? Not with the man you're facing. Problem is with this shot, if you go to the right side pocket with speed, you can miss it. Yeah, with speed, you can miss it, Carl.
Good call, buddy. Good call. It was half a chance. Fortunately, he's left Shane straight in. Still going to play a good shot to get on the red 3 here, but if he does, look where the balls are. They're all sat there. They're over the pocket.
Shane might come all the way up. Yeah, very intelligent. Just staying out in the center, taking what the table gives him. He got so comfortable against Gorst at times where he'd thread the needle in positions. Back out to the center. He's gone into the 8 intentionally. It has cleared.
Yeah, took a small gamble there. As long as he hit the 8th full. Doesn't want this landing in a weird spot, which it has, Scott.
Yeah, very weird, according to where the 9 lies. Imran knows he might have a sliver of a chance. He's landed awkward on the 6.
Always thought it was one of the weirdest spots a ball could land on a pool table, where that 8 ball was gone.
Power draw.
Alex Pagulaina's got the job done. He's walking through the practice area with a right spring in his step to the interview room.
Just going to go to the short side, below the 8 here. This is pretty firm. This is not automatic.
Biggest shot of the match so far for me, this 8 ball.
Quickly down on it.
Telling you, Scott, I am telling you now, he is up for the job.
Yeah, when he needs to come with the big shot, it seems like it's a no-brainer.
Played the 9 at the right pace. He's back up 2 in front again. 7-5 SVB. He will be breaking in rack 13.
Gorst and Vitali still 8-2. Wu Kun Lin 6-1 over Fortunski. Find the result of the Tyler Steyer match that went forever. Get you an update on that shortly.
Yeah, Tyler Steyer got the job done. He won 8 racks to 7 over Yoshioka.
Wow, that's a big win for Steyer, especially in the rankings for the Cup in December. Jane switching to our right side. Oh, look at this.
Yeah, so Tyler Steyer goes into LQ. Needs one more match, one more win to qualify, Scott. He's back on the table, 230.
Shane took some speed off of that break, if you notice. Actually, quite a bit of speed off. Got 2 balls down. Most important being the 1. Is he looking to take the bank on? Kind of a two-way shot here. Watch where the cue ball finishes. Well, I believe he's gotten a little fortunate if the 2 doesn't pass. Pretty aggressive play by SVB. Felt like it was a real good defensive play, several options. Dangerous here. 2 doesn't pass, the extension going to be called. He could just nudge the 2 up and try and stay behind the 3. You don't really want to do that against SVB. Could chip off the left side of the 2. I think you're better off coming all the way down towards the 6 if that's the case.
Yeah, I like it. He's done well there, Imran. For all the slating I've been giving him. I'll give him a point for that one, Scott.
Yeah, he did well. Going 2 rails behind this. Must catch about half the ball. He's just whacking at it, hoping something good happens, and something good has happened. He hasn't left him around anything aggressive. Sometimes you've just got to let it go. You're not a big fan. Not a big fan. I felt like he could come off our left side of that 2 and use the 3-4. Even the 7 is cover. Shane always going to see the 2 going that direction. Looking to cut the 2 towards the 8 here. Yeah, and that's actually very good, Carl. Be tough to protect from here.
Yeah, what do you do here?
That's why I wasn't big on the decision of Majid, the shot prior. No.
Yeah, what's the situation here? Does the 2 go? Does he have to play it thin onto the 8?
You could stick him on the 6 if that's the case, Carl, and just send the 8 out, the 2 up if it doesn't go, but hard to not be aggressive here.
It did go. Done out of the wood here, because look at them 2 balls. Very unusual. You don't often see that, do you, Scott?
No, it's hard to tell if the 7 is froze within there. If it's not, there might be a possible carom on. It's an upper level shot, very hard to carry the line of the cue ball. He did lose it a little thin, but still to get where he got was extremely good. He's going to ask for the hit. Julian coming to the table. I believe the ball plays in the lower right, Carl.
Yeah, it looks like it. I think he just wants him to watch the shot, which is fair enough. He's also got the shot clock in his hand as well. Julian's got to stay very still. I don't know why Imran's getting out of his chair looking. I don't really like that. What's he got to do with Imran?
I agree, Carl. Leave it to the ref.
Yeah, the referee's got to call it. Imran should just be grateful Shane called the ref.
Absolutely. Very classy move by Shane. One rail over here. Above the 7.
I'm not saying he's run the balls out yet, Scott, but this has been a great effort, hasn't it? He's played a nice shot on that 3 ball to get on that 4. Nice pot on the 4. Probably spin the cue ball through. Yeah, he likes that shot.
Good call.
Big rack as well, this. 7-6 or 8-5. It feels like 2 different matches, doesn't it? Oh, he's lost the cue ball a little bit here, Scott. Seemed to not put any spin on the cue ball there.
Yeah, he hit it thinner than he wanted. Didn't put any right on it. See where he pointed his finger.
Left himself a little tester to get on the hill. But he's got the job done. SVB with a nice run out there. And now he just needs 1 more to book his spot into the final 64. 8-5. Let me have a look at the Gorse match. See where we're at with that. He was 8-1 down. He was playing his good friend Vitaly Patsura. That match is still going. It's now 8-4. Gorst has won 3 on the spin.
Well, I highlighted on it the boss, Barry Hearn, walking into the building. But I highlighted on Gorst, something happens to him when he gets behind. I really feel like he's better from behind than he is up front. Obviously, a big task ahead, trailing 8 games to 4 in a race to 9. Shane took speed off the last break and went from the other side. Really thin on the 1. I believe he did get a kiss straight into the lower left, Carl.
Here's another look. Oh,
it's just drawn straight into it. Very thin hit.
Yeah, that's something he's probably going to go away and work on after this match. Got to start breaking a little bit better. These balls are sat nicely. Just wants an angle on the red 3. Run up table for the pink 4. Back down for the purple 5. A little bit short of pace. He should be nowhere near the pink 4. Wanted to bounce off that rail. It's a real shame.
Yeah, it's a little thin. Extension called. Yeah, I don't know about this. Is he going to try and bank it long up the right side pocket and use the 4 and 5? Excuse me, the 5 and 9? Well, the speed looks okay. Shane gave him a tap of approval. Also, not too many better than Shane at this. He'd like to 2-rail kick full behind this 4. Yeah, I mean, so good Didn't get there, I don't believe. Maybe a tick more of high cue ball, and it stuns there behind the 9. So it just traveled through space of the object ball there. Short of the mark. You just got the feeling he's either going to miss that ball or come short. Lay him up on the 9.
Well, is Shane one kick shot away from booking his place into the round of 64? Or will Imran live to fight another day? Take this match down to the wire. 2-rail kick. He pots it. Cue ball might run into the 9. Hold for the green 6.
You called it, Carl. You called it on the money. The crowd loved it. He's on his way to the final 64.
He's played well in this match, hasn't he? It's not been his break. This was a 2-rail kick. Watch how clean the purple goes in. Needs an angle.
Yeah, like you just said, Carl, he has played well. I think the break has suffered a little bit. He's picked it up towards the end. Mishit here this game. Obviously got back to the table.
Thumps the ball in, couldn't really get further over for the 9, so it's this little cut down the rail. Well, I'll tell you what, Scott, that was a phenomenal performance from the 5-time US Open champion. He's here trying to make history, trying to become the first player to win 6 US Opens. 9-5 over Majid.